So in Tai Chi we call this invest in loss. Small loss, small gain. Big loss, big gain.
Hey everybody, it's Jake Mace with JakeMace.com. I'm here with David-Dorian Ross with David-Dorian-Ross.com. And my teacher has always told me with push hands or sticky hands or Tui Shou that you want to touch your partner as lightly as possible without separating. But today, David-Dorian Ross here is going to show us 3 joint locks that every Tai Chi master, every Tai Chi practitioner should have in their arsenal.
So the thing about pushing hands and the thing about the Tai Chi method of sparring or fighting is that unlike the representations in Kung Fu movies where I'm going to throw a punch and then that's going to devastate my opponent, or throw a kick or throw an arm bar or something like that, Tai Chi is a chess game. Nothing is that direct. I'm going to do something which will set him up for a reaction, and then in that reaction I have an opportunity. And in that opportunity I can throw a technique. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 deep, right? So I'm just going to add another hand in here just to make it more interesting. So if I want him to push me, I have to make him think that I'm vulnerable, right? So I might drop my hands down this way, opening him up in this direction, right? So now he's taking advantage of this opening which I've just given him, but I am playing chess, not boxing. So as he comes in this way, I'm going to do a simple movement called Liu, which means to roll back, right? I can't do it until he's pushing. So he has to push me, push me, push me, push me, push me, and then down this way. I want to what we call borrow energy. I'm old, I don't want to work that hard. I want him to do all the work for me. So we do that one more time.
So deflecting
Right?
1,000 pounds of force with only 4 ounces.
Yeah, have you heard this before?
Yes.
So this is something that we see in the Tai Chi classics, using 4 ounces to deflect 1,000 pounds. Do you know how that actually happens?
How?
The 4 ounces convinced the 1,000 pounds it was a good idea.
I like that.
You like that? All right, so I'm going to convince you that it's a good idea that you attack me. Right? And there is the first one. Now I can stay on it a little bit longer, show you just where the leverage points are. So I have one control here, not gripping by the way, just controlling. One control on the joint here. Basically I'm trying to turn his arm into a Z. Pressing down through there. And the more, and I know he's got a little weakness right here, so I could be as mean as I want to, but I'm not going to because I love him. All right, so that's one. Now another one that we could do, let's add another hand in there so we can make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe I want him to use 2 hands to push me into the center here. Right? So I'm going to get, again, just kind of playing chess because he's not in the position I want him to be in yet. So I'm going to look at this big opening here. Neon sign, open, open, open for business, good. So again, I'm going to do very similar to Liu, bring down one part, the other part's coming up.
Nice.
Right, so I have one hand controlling in this direction, one hand controlling there. And this is called Tai, which means to yank or to pull down sharply. And I'm just using the leverage on the other side there. Again, these could be done with more strength and more effort, but we're playing, right? So nothing to...
It's Tai Chi play.
It's Tai Chi play.
One more time for that one.
One more time for that one. Again, I'm just going to open up a big space here for you to come in. I'm waiting because I need to borrow his energy. Right, one hand coming up, one hand going down.
Nice. So that's the Tai.
That's the side, the yank. One more?
One more.
Okay, a good version of what's known as shou hui pipa. Shou hui, the hands can play the guitar. Right? In this movement, we have one hand coming up and one hand sort of pressing down. It's a good one for a joint lock like this. If I'm going to open up here, he gets on my chest. Oh, I'm toast, right? He gives me a little bit of push there.
Getting ready.
One hand is up here, one hand lifts. Now I don't even want him to go anywhere, so I'm going to hold on. Like, go ahead, stay there. That's fine with me.
I can't.
Right? Now I can just march forward, and he's pretty much going to go wherever I want him to go.
Nice.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
You were saying with the push hands, you don't tell your students to win.
I don't try to teach them to win. It's a different thing. So
Okay.
what I'm trying to teach them is to learn something, right? So with a bigger guy like Jake, I would actually want to let him just beat the hell out of me. Why? Because until the moment when I lose my balance, I get put off center, I have no opportunity to learn anything. So in Tai Chi we call this invest in loss. Small loss, small gain. Big loss, big gain. Now, don't lose forever.
Like somebody playing poker and losing for the first hour just to learn the tells of everybody else playing.
Exactly.
Cool.
So thank you appreciate that.
Thanks for the lesson.
Yeah.
Absolutely.